I wonder if people can hear me. And I will.
Wonder
People
if
can hear me.
hear
Hello,
me.
everybody. Welcome to the. Yeah, and Jay trying to talk at the same time. You have to broadcast on, so I cannot hear myself. But I start smoking. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the BSTV broadcast. Very professional. Pete has no sons. So, he's laughing, but you cannot hear him because he's fucked. Sorry, I should have said that. Go on, Pete.
Sorted. Hopefully I'm coming through on all channels.
You
Yes,
are.
I am. Yay! Right. Okay. Should we start that all again in
Let's
true
go.
BSTV fashion? Right. Okay. So switch my Vox off on YouTube and welcome, folks. This is week 2 of the Backfire Simsport TV TCR Challenge Cup Season 21, rounds 3 and 4, and we're here at Watkins Glen Boot. And as Jay pointed out on the chat earlier, it's a good job the boot is on the picture, otherwise it'll look a little bit like a root thing. I'm Pete Bingham. In the booth with me this evening is Jay Corley. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a less sweaty week than last week.
Marginally, yes, but the temperature is rising in the UK again. And it's risen on track, 36 degrees, that's quite hot. And also good evening to Sam Boozing. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Evening, Jay, and evening, everybody watching.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Watkins Glen, it's a treat for everybody at all times. It's a draft fest. It should be a good one tonight. It can also be a monstrous crash fest. So anybody that is on our Discord, go and read Jay's pointers on how to survive this race, basically. He posted it a few hours ago. It's very, very valuable, and he obviously does all his track introductions for everybody in all the cars, giving everybody a chance to do well. It's very supportive of Jay and the community, and it certainly helps racers get their officials and their I rating and safety rating up. So on behalf of everybody in the world, Jay, thank you very much.
The whole world. I'm
whole
honored.
world,
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe even some worlds we've not even yet found.
Wow.
Yeah, that's me going to a strange little world beyond. Right, so we have 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 races up to this point, and they're still joining because Morgan Butler's just joined. We are in our second week, so we've got some points to review, guys. Isn't that exciting? Before we go and have a look at people in the practice session. Pro standings. Greg Daffron, the least Frenchman in the world for RD Simsport, currently heads this pro championship. It's a big pro championship this season, folks. This one, we do like to say it'll go out anyway, just so you keep watching. But in this particular season, that is true. There's 16 races in this pro category. And Logan McKinsey has joined. He's joined as Yellow Flag Motorsport. He's back with us. He's not on the screen that you can see here because he didn't race last week. But Wobbly is on 218 points behind Greg. And then Stephen Walker, his teammate, and they're both racing for BSTV Esports Pink this season. A 1 point apart. Jay, that's tight at the top, isn't it? Very, very tight at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're only on the second week of the season, but I'm already excited with this prospect of just how close this could be during the season. We have so many people on pro this year, and any one of them can walk away with wins and consistent podiums. It's going to be tight all through the season, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie Jeffrey there in fourth, only 4 points behind Stephen. He had a great week out at Snetterton last week. And Pete Newman, in fifth position and only 4 points behind Jamie Jeffrey. Pro-Am. This is in no way any kind of smaller field. These guys got 17 in here. And this one's going to be a slugfest as well. Pete Van Gool has strode to the front of it quite well. Chris Shaw, who we were saying was relatively slow in terms of, we used to see him, fighting with the pro level, but he's been away a while, quite a few seasons. He's back with us for Ascari Autosport. 147 points. Pete can't do maths, so we'll say that's 14 points behind. and 1 point ahead of Roger Morton for Result Clothing. Sam, you know, we know Chris Shaw from the hilarity of him beating Wobbly at Donington by, it was about one nanosecond, the width of a fly's wing, really, wasn't it? It was hilarious, though, right?
It was hilarious, and there's even a short on our channel.
Yes,
so if
there
you
is.
want to watch Wobbly being defeated by someone, go watch it because it's hilarious. But yeah, he was fast in the past. Nice to see him back. With what he can do, and the pro was already pretty tight last season, so I'm expecting the same this season.
Yeah, totally right. Jamie Wilson stalking that top three, and Ronald De Jong in fifth there, only 6 points behind Jamie. So lots to race for in Pro-Am. Am class. This is the biggest Am class we've ever had. 15 races are in this class this season. And Deck Crowther has started his campaign very, very strongly. 29 points, we'll call that. No, it's not. I don't know. I can't count. We'll go 24, 14, 24. No, 14. I don't know. Pete can't count. Ahead of Paul Hurley for Blade Designs JAS. So Blade Designs well represented in the top. And David Ayres there stalking the top two on 97, 5 points ahead of Chris Dixon. And Arnaud Chenonnier rounds out your top five. Great to see AS Smart Racing back with us. Obviously, Result Clothing on a big shuffle, which I described last week. And we'll have a quick look now at team standings. BSTV Pink, 25 points ahead. Now, they've got two previous champions in there. Wobbly Kneecaps, the reigning champion. Stephen Walker, multiple previous champion. And Tony Walker, his brother, is T in the field. He doesn't like this track, does he? He's probably not racing. Oh, did he already say he wasn't racing? I think he said that last week, didn't he? So they are just ahead of Result X Pure Sims. That's your old team, Jay, who's now formed. They couldn't replace you fully, could they? So they brought Carl Hardy and the Pie Man to make up the numbers. And Michael Hall there with Pete Newman, who you did race with. It's still a strong outfit, that, isn't it? They're gonna have to be on the best game, though, to keep ahead of RD Simsport and catch up with BSTV Pink.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Pete Newman, who we know is a proven race winner. Michael Hall, who keeps very consistently at the top in the Pro-Ams and can easily, take a few pros on a good day as well. And then Carl Hardy, who, he's always there battling for those podium positions in Pro-Am. So if either of the top two do decide to spontaneously crash out or mess up a pit stop or anything like that, you've got someone very reliable with Carl Hardy who's going to help you as a nice little parachute for the team. Something that they didn't have last season and may have cost them the team championship. They will not want to make that mistake again.
No, too right. And then Result Clothing in fourth at the moment, just 4 points ahead of Knight Rider Motorsports, which is Andy Shield and Jake Blackhall. Who are still doing really well, They're ahead of Cutting Corny, who are a real contender for any championship. And then we've got the driver of the meeting, only 2 votes cast. That was mine and Jay's from last week, Jamie Jeffrey, and Tony Walker getting those 2 votes, all to play for there. And Sir Alan's Safe Driver Award. Annoyingly... I didn't tell him about this because I didn't want him bragging. But annoyingly, he is the safest driver. I'm not going to mention his name.
No.
And given the fact that some people were properly double-digit last week on incident points, at Snetterton, it's an easy track to pick up points. It's annoying that he's at the top, isn't it, guys? Somebody's going to have to roll a grenade under that car. But yes, we'll see how he gets on. It's still early days, plenty of time for him to not be there. Right, live broadcast, we'll bring that back. We'll give you some standings to look at, folks, and we'll give you a track map. Do we need some more sound? We'll find some. We'll zoom in on somebody and get some more sound. There we go. Everybody wants to hear the sound of the cars, don't they?
People actually want to hear the music again.
For
some reason.
Who wants
to
hear the music?
We've had a few messages. One from Rob Sutherland. Can we play the intro song again, please? And Collector Racing.
All right.
Just play this on loop for races.
Yeah, let's just do that, shall we? Let's just play the music. It's going to stop your viewing pleasure, folks, because I've got it tied to the intro screen. But that's tough. If you want to hear the music, you're going to have to put up with the screen. So we'll be back in just well, we'll be back in about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to be precise. Like a broken wheel, lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting order, Sam still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire, it's all broadcast, the circus can't second guess. Only kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Right then, guys. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that, because I certainly did. Right, where are we up to? Everybody enjoy that? Can we have a link to the song? Maybe, maybe we'll. We'll sort something out, won't we?
Yeah. It's early days. Give us time.
yeah. They don't know how early those
We don't want
days
to be
are.
too professionals.
No, too right. No point in jumping on a car just yet, Jay, to do a lap, because there's only going to be about a quarter of a lap left for these guys to do.
No rush.
Yeah, but we're going to jump on board once they're into qualifying. At the moment, you can see it in your timing towers, folks. Greg Daffron is 0.2 of a second ahead of our current reigning champion, Wobbly Kneecaps. René Earhart in third, that's good. Casper in fourth, this is his first race back with us. He's in the Veloster. Not on track, you can see who's on track, they're all the white names. Andy Shield, clearly a very fast driver in fifth. Cal Hardy, so there's something wrong with the standings, Jay, because Cal Hardy appears to be the fastest Pro-Am driver. There's something wrong there.
Well, like I said, he's going to be there to pick up the points should the other two in the team not. And if he's already at the top of AMS, then you know it's only going to be perfect for Result X Pure Sims on all fronts.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. So we've tripped over into qualifying now, folks. In terms of weather, today might be a little bit tasty. As everybody starts to pile out of the pits. Here they come. 33 drivers coming out of the pits is always a pleasure to behold. We got Greg. He was quick out, wasn't he? But everybody else is piling out now. Rob Sutherland, his teammate. Paul Hurley. Look at the gaggle coming out behind him. Where's Wobbly in all this? Wobbly is already down the road. Look, second out, I think, or third out. Somebody on the grass somewhere, I heard. So nearly the full field on the track. We welcome back into the fold. Obviously, Casper. This is his first race back with us. We've got where is he? Well, Logan's still in pit lane at the moment, but Logan McKinsey's back with us. There's his car. You're not missing anything, folks. They're on an outlap for Yellow Flag Motorsport, Alpha Touring Championship organizer for the United States league in that time slot, and it's a fantastically successful league. They run on a Tuesday, broadcast on a Saturday. We do it live because we like the pain of getting things wrong in the moment. So who else has Ethan Turner is new to us for Blade Designs, just an average sim racer. I'm sure there's going to be a paint on that Audi at some point soon. And that's about all our new updates, I think, guys, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think so. Right, so everybody's in. It's a big lap here, isn't it, Jay? This isn't your typical UK track where, apart from Brands Hatch, obviously, where it's a quick lap. This one takes quite a long time when you've got the boot attached.
Yeah, it can. It does have a really nice first sector for drafting and pack racing, but then you do find that the second half of the track is all about your skill and how well you can keep up your momentum in the cambers of the corners. Quite the opposite to Snetterton, which was a nice sort of like dodgily shaped track, but flat all around.
Yeah, lots of elevation change here, Salmon. Lots of curbs that can destroy your race very, very quickly, yeah?
That is a good question. I think last time I raced Watkins Glen was on the updated version of some of the curbs.
Right.
So I haven't raced in a long time.
No,
Jeez.
well, that's true, yeah.
We need to sort that out at some point. But yes, definitely. I seem to remember you could go out on the first curb, but I think they changed the off tracks a while ago. So yeah, that is something to take into account, especially when you go on lap 1, turn 1. It's going to be a tough first corner, as it always is.
Yeah.
In Watkins, you need to set yourself up for the S's. Very important part of the first lap and of every lap at Watkins Glen, because it sets you up for the whole long straight heading towards the bus stop or the chicane, the back chicane. I don't know whatever they call it these days.
They call it in a loop these days, which is a bit of a weird euphemism for a place to die, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Okay. As you'll probably notice, folks, we've got a new shop online for you to spend your hard-earned pennies and go and buy some BSTV merchandise. We're going to continue to develop that. Or rather, Sam is going to continue to develop it. What he's done already is amazing, and some of that stuff is on real good quality stuff, like Under Armour clothing. So go and have a little look. Obviously, not while you're watching this, because this is too engrossing for you to miss. As we try and find the first few drivers that are going to cross the line here. Wobbly's just taken the fastest lap so far, so he's your provisional poleman. But we'll wait for them to make their way around, and we'll pick. Who do you want to pick, Jay, to do your track map this time?
Oh, you know what? Let's take whoever is 2 corners from the end now.
I don't know because I can't see. So
okay, fair enough. Let's go with 28th place.
Where's Chris Shaw at? Chris Shaw is in the bus stop. That's not going to work. I'll wait for the Frenchman, Greg Duffron, to get round the track. He's the first one, so that'll be a clear track in front of him, and that'll be a good barometer for everybody else, really, won't it? So we'll come back to him shortly. Let's have a look at some of these paint schemes. That Marcus Kesting paint, the MK paint. That's lovely. Someone spent a long time on that. Probably Marcus, I'm going to guess. So that's nice. No Logan on track yet. No Pete Newman on track yet. Pete Newman not posting the time just yet. Jamie Wilson's Team Chimera Audi with all its tiny little perfect bits of attention to detail that we were spotting last week out there and doing great stuff. Right, we're going to jump on board here with Greg Duffron and give Jay time to get ready for this.
I'm ready whenever,
Oh,
sir.
excellent. Right, okay, cool. So here we go. Penultimate corner. Now we're into the last one, mate. Over to Jay.
Yeah, and this is one of the most popular circuits in iRacing. Today, you're going to learn why. Momentum is key here as early as turn 1, as we're going to be looking at braking around the 200 board in a straight line. With the camber and dip in the corner, you want to aim to throw the car with speed at the lower end of the inside curb and get onto the throttle as quick as possible. Yes, this is simple, brush the apexes, but keep your steering wheel smooth with little adjustments to avoid scraping away speed up the hill. Once at the top of the S's, slowly drift to the left-hand side to prepare for the bus stop. Now, the bus stop or inner loop is one of the hardest parts of the track to get right and the scene of many overtake attempts gone wrong. It's also easy to lose control of an unstable car on the curbs. In between the orange painted end of the barrier and the hut, you want to lift and aim your car before the bus stop entrance, glide through clipping both left-hand apexes, that is beautifully done by Greg, and go from the inner loop to the outer, keeping nice and tight where the little hut is there, and accelerate out as far as you can and swing wide to the right hand side. But you want to sort of delay your apex and maybe aim for a late one here to take advantage of the little dip just there and all the curb on the exit. We come up to the boot part of the course where the toe of the boot is easy to lose speed at, but as you're going uphill there's many different techniques you can take here. You can either do a Greg and go nice and tight and go down a gear, or you can take a wide late apex to keep that momentum going on the outside. But who doesn't love a good old-fashioned heel turn? It's as simple as just pass the 200 board, get all your braking done before you turn in. You can actually use a lot of the curb past here, and it does not count as an off-track. So once you're up the hill, it's a nice difficult braking point here, but as long as you keep tight and go down to second gear using all the curb on the exit, you're going to find a few people cracking into that wall at some point. 2 corners to go, just a slight lift here. You can go further than the curb here, but you ideally want to not do what Greg's done here and actually brake just past the tyre barrier on the left-hand side. Once you have done that, all it is after that is just a nice sweep around the final corner, taking care to actually avoid the wall like that. Nice one, wobbly.
Yeah.
Massive inspiration to us all. And then, you know, apart from Greg cancelling his lap, Ronald hitting the wall, missing his pit entrance, and Wobbly deciding to absolutely go gun-ho on a supporter sort of standing close there. You know, everybody else absolutely loves Watkins, and they can actually probably successfully do a lap at some point.
Yeah, maybe. Thanks for that, Jay. That was brilliant.
That's a lot of what's the word? Where you have to sort of do everything on the fly.
Yeah.
Towards the end, just like
No, that was good. I like
I'll
that.
think of the word.
Right,
I'll shout it
so
out randomly.
yeah, I'm gonna nip away to do.
Improvisation. Sorry.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the word in French, but I wasn't sure about the English one. But it's actually the same one. So yeah, I could have gone for it.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna.
Pete had an operation.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. So he's tried to race and he's not in a fit state to do so. So great that he tried. Great that he was willing to be here and be part of it. And hopefully he'll stay with us and watch it. It's in his best interest. So I hope you recover quickly, mate. And I'm going to have a look at where we're racing next week. I should know this because we mentioned it last week. It's Brands Hatch Circuit Grand Prix, the Legend Circuit, which is brilliant. I do like the Indy one, just because it's mental and like a 30-second lap or whatever it is. But the Grand Prix is you know the crucible that great races are made in. So I'm going to turn iRacing down a bit. It's a bit deafening at the minute. That's just probably because of the camera that I'm using. I'm going to give the cameras. I'm just going to pop it onto our current reigning champion while you two talk through the field as it stands right now. While I just go to the toilet very quickly. Won't be a sec.
Have fun.
No. We want him back quick. Well, it's gonna be quick anyway. But moving on. I'm surprised by Jayden Scouting being in third. It's a Pro-Am, which is a pretty good result in qualifying.
Yeah, well, the James Scotton is the only JC Academy driver on the grid tonight. There's other things going on with Chesney and Marius at the moment. So, yeah, no, I agree, though. Absolutely fantastic showing so far from Jaden Scotton. Probably very, very likely to be taking somebody's slipstream there. Like I said in the track guide, sector 1 is just all about trying to control your speed as much as possible. If you can get behind somebody else, you're absolutely laughing, because you can take the bus stop at quite a high speed as long as you can control the car in the middle of it and going out of it. So it looks like Jaden's done pretty well there, as well as keeping nice and consistent with the rest of the track there as well. Also, seeing high up there, Andy Schill and Michael Hall, they'll be really happy with their 5th and 6th places, and Morgan Butler in 4th. So that's a very competitive top 6 at the moment. Greg and Wobbly right at the top 1st and 2nd. Now, what you're going to have if it stays dry during that first race is a lot of people it's going to be a messy first lap, and people sort of jockeying for positions, but you're going to see after a while people are going to get into a rhythm. People are going to try and keep it nice and clean to keep up with the top 4 or 5 people, and you're going to see a very similar to a Daytona situation where you're just going to be hitching a ride off the person in first place. Now, if it starts raining at any point during the first or the second race, things will start getting a bit interesting here. With the high-speed first sector that we have going on here, and the fact that if you touch any paint or if you touch any curbs with the wrong tires on the rain, we could see some, I think we could see some shock eliminations here, and potentially some shock podiums as well.
Yeah. I think that this track is a bit of a leveler sometimes because of that draft train that you've got into what used to be called the bus stop, is now called the inner loop, and down through that carousel, especially if it's, like you say, if it starts raining. Sam the weatherman, are you in the session and able to look at the weather and just see if the percentages have changed?
They did.
Oh, did they? Right, okay.
Although the 3:45 p.m. is still at 50%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That could be
but
good.
race 1 has a 20 to 30% chance of rain, which is going to be interesting.
It is, yeah. It's going to be. Let's have a look at what's going on at the minute. So there's quite a few Pro-Am drivers that have secreted themselves into Jaden Scotton.
One of the big ones we mentioned earlier. Fantastic.
I mean,
so far.
That's exceptional. That, look at that, 4th provisionally, and not a lot of time left on the board. If you're not really on a lap now, you're going to struggle to get round. It's a 2-minute lap, we'll call it, a 2-minute lap, and they're already inside that 2 minutes. So this is a heat race, folks. The first race is going to be 20 minutes, and after the 15 minutes ticks over, we're going to grid. No provision to need to pit in that first race. They're on 30% fuel, I think. Yeah. And they get 1 fast repair. They get 15 incident points before they have to do a drive of shame. And then we're going to have a 5-minute interlude. You guys tell me if you want to hear the music again, because I'm not going to stop you. And then we're going to go into a 40-minute race as Jaden tests his pit lane entry there. Useful to do on this track because it's so close to the exit of that final turn. But a 40-minute race, still on 30% fuel, still with 1 fast repair and 15 incident points before you do a drive of shame. And that does mean that you're going to have to pit. So it'll be 2 full stints. I don't think anybody's going to no-stop this. Watkins Glen soaks up too much fuel, really, doesn't it, Sam? It's a high fuel usage track because of the speed, the elevation going uphill. You can't save fuel going uphill. That's not possible.
Definitely not. And basically, the whole first sector is flat out, apart from turn 1. So yeah, you have to go all the way to the gas. You may be able to save some fuel if you're behind, as you told about the slipstream and stuff. But there's not a lot of places to actually have a big gain, I don't think. But I'm sure someone will prove me wrong. We'll see about it in race 2. That's gonna be fun.
Okay, let's see how this one pans out then, folks, because we are going to grid. I'm going to wait for somebody to join the grid. Dale is usually one that does. Fee has joined the grid, right? Okay. That's a good view of the track, actually. I'm going to extend grid in. There we go. I'm going to do names only, folks, because there's a lot of them. 32 of them. Well, 33, but Pete's not racing. So Greg Daffrell will lead you away, folks, as your pole man here at Watkins Glen Boot for round 3. Wobbly Kneecaps, our current reigning champion, goes off second. Morgan Butler off third. That's brilliant, actually. Fourth will be Jaden Scott, equally brilliant. Andy Shield, fifth. Casper Smirnoff, sixth. Michael Hall, 7th. 8th will be Renee Earhart. Chris Shaw goes off 9th. 10th will be Carl Hardy. Pete Van Gool will go off 11th. 12th, if I can put my teeth back in now again, will be Daniel Lewis. 13th will be Chris Needham. Demis Tigchelaar will go off 14th. 15th will be Ronald De Jong. Jamie Wilson off 16th. 17th will be Jura Larkinen. Dec Crowther off 18th. 19th will be Dietmar Hoos. Roger Morton off 20th. 21st will be Rob Sutherland. Ethan Turner will go off 22nd. Paul Hurley off 23rd. 24th will be David Ayres. I can't see you flashing because the cameras aren't on yet. 23rd will be Paul Hurley. Oh, I've done that one. 25th will be Darryl Wright. 26th will be Arnaud Chenonnier. Chris Dixon off 27th. 28th will be Marcus Kesting. Fiona will go off 29th. Andy Littler off 30th. Del Bennison off 31st. Logan will go off 32nd. And he will be the last car on the grid because Pete, as we know, is not racing. Right, let's see if I can get a camera on this start field now. Some idiot's flashing his lights. Oh, look, it's David Ayres. Of course it is. How could it be anybody other? Right, let's go and find a car at the front. That's a rubbish camera. Rubbish camera. Good camera. Okay. So, let's have a focus on Morgan. He's on the second row. What are we expecting? Are we expecting carnage in this massive field here?
I think you are looking for an answer. I would say carnage. I would say yes, but there's gonna be definitely have an incident, and I'm losing my words as the light comes on.
Sorry, I didn't put you on the spot there. So, when we're off. Oh, that's a good start from further back there. Chris Dixon got a good launch.
Yeah, and just look at all that
Sorry.
fight behind Butler just there, just as Jane and Scott, and just there looking at an inside line. But wow, that is a NASCAR line right there from Wobbly, and he's very lucky to be able to get straight into the contact. Now, if you go too wide during these S's, you need both cars to ideally lift slightly.
Like
if
this?
they've got someone single, like that behind, but it is going to open up for the chasing single pack behind you to catch up. As we can see, the Audi's going to absolutely love this first sector.
Yeah. Right,
through the bus stop, and it looks quite neat and tidy. This is two race meetings in a row where everything's been relatively clean so far. So fantastic. This is great.
Yeah, and there's Logan making his way through. Only up 7 places so far. I'm disappointed. Okay, so back at the front, Wobbly's losing places, is he? He's lost a place to Morgan. No, he hasn't. Oh, nearly. Oh, they're having a bit of a barge and a bash.
Barge and a bash sounds like a Saturday night to me.
It does. Depends where you live, doesn't it? Jaden getting shuffled, but he's making his way back again.
Yeah, that outside line of the boot can be worth so much to you if you can be nice and confident in third gear and keep to the outside and clean, just because it's just such a nice run out to the more steeper inside line.
Yeah.
Oh, and a little bit of smoke there. I think that's from one of the AMs to the back. That might have been was that Chris Dixon to the back there?
Yeah.
Oh, Pete.
Might have been Fee. Morgan under pressure now from Wobbly, and look at Greg's lead. My word, because these guys are scrapping. Greg has checked out.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the only problem when you wanting to try and get a couple more extra places up. You do run that risk of losing the person who's in front. And once you lose that slipstream, I mean, that's nearly 3 seconds Greg has on Morgan right now. So unless Greg absolutely messes up the bus stop or something, or Morgan doesn't get any challenges from Wobbly, I think Greg might already have this one in the bag. But it doesn't discount from the fact that the rest of the pack is still fighting in all different classes, including a team's championship. So expect to see plenty more action over the next 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's Wobbly under pressure again. These Hondas seem to be giving that Veloster some serious pressure here, Sam. Do you think this could be a car thing? Do you think the Velocity's down?
Oh, that's with my TCR knowledge. I'm not sure you're asking the right person. But as much as it pains me to say that, Wobbly is quite fast in the TCRs. So it might be the case that the Honda is better on this track. Yes.
Right. Okay. I mean, the Veloster historically is quite a manoeuvrable car, isn't it, Jay? With the Honda being more of an all-rounder, is that a fair assessment? I don't know.
Definitely for the Veloster, if you're looking at the sprint between two corners and tight corners, the Veloster has a bit of a shorter wheelbase, so it's going to be able to get around those corners with a little bit more momentum. The Honda, where that sort of comes into its own, is well, VTEC power, or the sound of 1,000 angry bees chasing you.
Yeah.
But also with the Civic as well, around the faster corners, so in between sectors 1 and 3, before you get to the toes, you're going to find the Honda's going to be pretty quick around there as well. So the last sector I'd say would belong to the Veloster, first sector to the Audi, and the second sector to the Honda Civic would probably be how I judge it.
So here comes Logan on a last to first challenge. About to take 2 cars in 2 corners. No, he's well, maybe still actually. He's very, very controlled in that Veloster going around there. That's excellent work from him. He's up 14 now places from the start. Morgan is currently still just ahead of Wobbly, and that car way off in the distance there, in a different race entirely, is Greg Daffron. Daniel Lewis has gone to pits. No reason why he should do. I've not got an event, unless either of you guys can find that.
No, nothing from mine.
No.
As it's shown, it was shown for me down 20 places. So I wonder if there was maybe a little bit of a wall hit or something.
Choose a different camera, Pete. Oh, he's just vanished.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he lost connection.
Maybe he disconnected. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Right.
Well, manually disconnected. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, manually. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that they would still show manually for if it just boots you out the session as well. So maybe some connectivity issues just there for Daniel. But that's a shame. 'Cause, you know, he's had some solid patches of form in the opening, on the open and fixed races on the officials at the moment. So I felt he was in a good place for getting a good result for race 1 today. But hey, if he comes back on for race 2, we could see a performance maybe deserving of a driver of the meeting.
Yeah.
Gain enough positions.
Absolutely. So just responding to Collector Racing on the chat, who says Logan should be in another class. He is. Those blue banners in his windows and the blue boards on his doors, that indicates he's a pro class driver. Because his I rating is so high. He nearly won this league about 4 seasons ago. And we were kind of robbed of a decent finish in that particular season. But he is, ignore the fact of where he started, he is some kind of talent. So I expect him to make his way through. I expect him to aim at 15th place because that is our reverse grid. So in the second of tonight's races, we will reverse the finishing order of the first 15 in the first of tonight's races. And that will be your starting order for race 2. Right, what's going on here? Wobbly's still not made anything of the cars in front, and he's getting mobbed now by all these Hondas.
Pushing.
Yeah.
It's literally pushing Morgan along, and this could open up for a daring dive. And as soon as I say that, I had someone looking on the inside. Oh,
yeah, it was Andy
Michael
Shield
going a bit wide.
Yeah, Andy Shield for Knight Rider Motorsports there. Oh, Wobbly's gone for it. He's gone for it. Is he going to get it?
Oh, and that outside line is a little bit of a touch.
Good control from both cars there to avoid what could have been a disaster.
That outside line for Morgan was the right decision in the end. If you feel someone's about to dive in on the inside of you with the boot, you need to sort of change up your approach and your exit from that corner and choose that outside line. Give the car attacking you no room to use the racing line on the exit. You can hopefully defend just as well as Morgan has just there.
Yeah, well, better give Greg Daffron's sponsors a bit of a go here. There we go. All right, that's enough of that. Too fast. Right. Oh, there's stuff going on in AM class. Daryl, trying to get a move done on Fee, but Fee's having none of that.
Great fighting there from both of them.
In fact, that was Fee going through on Daryl, was it? No, it was an exchange that went on for quite a long time. Jamie Wilson been scrapping with Ura for quite a long time as well. Demis for Racing Forces here under bags full of pressure from Chris Needham, who's finally found some pace in that Elantra. And Dietmar for the Cutting Corny fans out there, trying to give Roger Morton a decent race and doing so very, very well. Is it worth staying in the tow for longer than he did there, Sam, do you think? Just, you know, get the car ahead to do some driving for you?
Most definitely. That's wobbly guys at the inside. I think that's the job done this time.
Maybe,
Oh, that's a fantastic
that's
pass.
Yeah, that was class. And can Andy follow suit? He's got ahead, but he's on the outside here.
Watch this outside line, just how effective this can be. So that you see back quarter panel just there, and the amount of speed that Andy's got coming out of there is already going to be warning Morgan's spotters that he's going to be there.
Yeah.
And he can just get that move done on the next inside, but no, we don't finish there. So they're using all the track that you can legally use on that outside.
Yeah.
So you might as well use as much as possible, and I have a feeling that Morgan's going to end up the victor in this one.
Oh,
as
3 wide.
Michael Hall.
Nearly.
Go on, Michael, for the content.
For the content, do it.
This brilliant. Nice, like the beauty of Watkins Glen, just how much the track flows.
Yeah.
You can use it as a fantastic hot lapping track in almost any car.
I find, Sam, Watkins Glen frustrating doing the boot format because you go into the toe of the boot and you can be alongside the car and you think you got the job done about 3 times, but all the turns seem to work against you and you end up back where you started at the end of the exercise.
Yeah, most definitely. But it's quite a funny track, Watkins Glen. I think it's a track made for NASCAR, basically, and it does produce that kind of thing when you're drafting, side drafting, as you see Jamie Wilson now going for it on Chris Needham. He's gonna be on the inside for the bus stop or the inner loop, but he will be on the outside for the medium part. No, he's done the pass beforehand. Well done.
Logan with momentum coming through though, but he decides to just let go there. Logan up 17 places on race 1 at the moment. Pretty average, I'd probably say. Logan probably be wanted to do better. And he must have heard me because he's going for number 18 and 19 at the same time.
Oh dear. He's brilliant, isn't he? What a great racer. I bet he's having a bag full of fun doing that though. Right,
yeah,
look
absolutely.
This is a ridiculous train of cars now. It doesn't start with Wobbly anymore. It starts with Andy Scheel, and it goes all the way back beyond Renee.
That was like just there from Casper.
Yeah, not quite got the car
Renee,
under him, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think Renee may have accidentally followed his line through, which was spectacular, but you don't get points for that, unfortunately.
Let's have a quick look at that from above. So Casper's 2 cars in front, actually. Oh, it was Jaden.
Oh.
Yeah, Jaden was the one that got into the back of Casper and caused that. And then obviously Renee didn't know anything about it until it was too late. Okay. It's funny, isn't it? Oh, Renee has gone to pits, so he's obviously got a meatball.
Black flag.
Black
Renee,
flag.
actually, for some reason. So I wonder if that's too many instant points, or
really?
Or maybe it's my overlay playing up and it is actually a meatball.
It's a meatball, yes. I think the front hit pretty hard.
Yeah,
when you think about it, in the corner, and you've got all the engine bay at the front on this car. So it's a pretty tough one, and now he's got a black flag now, which is weird.
They must have been speeding in the pits or dangerous entry.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The state of the back end of Jaden's car. Jay, are you going to bill him for that?
Well, as we all know, the JC Academy cars do come straight out of my YouTube and Twitch earnings, which means they're practically worthless. But at the
That's
same
brilliant.
time, the front of Jaden's car is after that hit is going to really affect the top end speed for him. So he's going to have to try and keep in the draft now, because if he's going to be going on a drag race against anybody, it's going to really hurt his chances of keeping positions. And this is now people in his class now in front and behind him. So any positions that he loses now could directly affect his championship aspirations.
Yeah, totally right. And these two now going at it. This is battle of the Hondas. This is broken up. This front queue. Wobbly's got away just about, hasn't he, Sam? But he's got no answer at all for Greg. Greg's out of here.
Yeah, Greg is completely out. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do in race 2 and going through the traffic, because I haven't watched race 1. Well, not race 1, but week 1.
Yeah.
And see what he did on that. But yeah, Wobbly just 1 second ahead of the group. And then there's that Morse breakup due to the Jaden and Casper and such incident. So yeah, that broke the group a little bit apart. But that means that there's a bit more battle backs now.
Yeah, that was a nice line from Jamie Wilson there. He's going to pull onto the back. Oh, he's pulling alongside, going through the S's of Ronald De Jong.
So many momentum, and he's got him.
Straight through. Is that just Audi power, Jay?
I think it was a combination of a fantastic line from Jamie and not such a great line from Ronald as well. The exit
Right.
of turn 1's probably the most important exit of a corner on the whole entire course. Usually if you both have a very similar exit to turn 1 and you feel like you're getting too much of a slipstream, you'll actually take the S's a little bit wider so that your car is technically driving on more track, which means that you can keep the momentum of your speed whilst keeping in a bit of a slipstream position. Then you just use that and science and physics to sort of catapult you past. But to be honest, with the line that Ronald took there, it was just nice and easy, even doing that technique for Jamie Wilson. So Jamie Wilson, he won't find much of an easier pass than that, I think, for tonight.
No, absolutely right. Fly says, Renee and too many X. That isn't possible. I think there might be sarcasm in that. I'm not sure.
Well, I can say it wasn't too many X's, so it's not that.
Yeah. David Ayres slotting back in. No! Oh, dear. That was a bit of a messy one, that. I'm not sure David necessarily should have pulled across in the braking zone, and I think that caught Paul Hurley out. But you know, we saw it live. That's why we chase these guys around the track. I'm sure there'll be an autopsy of that between the two of them, and they'll shake hands afterwards at some point.
There's a lot of words going on right now. But,
Is there? Excellent.
I've got it all muted, so I can't see exactly what's being said, but it is flashing with both the names back and forward. So, yeah, they're just having a nice, friendly conversation about the price of tea bags.
Yeah, absolutely. Where's curb cam on this one? Is there a curb cam? No, there's no curb cam on this one. Or maybe it is. Oh, there it is.
Static.
There we go. It's at the end of turn 1. I should have remembered that. This is a good curb cam. Sam placed all these curb cams. Ooh, I don't know how many seasons ago, Sam. It was ages, wasn't it?
Gee, years ago, you mean?
Know, yeah.
It was so long ago that I don't even have them on this computer, so I'm going to load the cameras, and I should have them now.
Yeah, cool. So at the front, Greg is your race leader. Not that you can see him. There he is. Okay, he is leading by whopping 6.6 seconds over Wobbly, who will come over the hill there. There he is. I was hoping that would be a nice camera transition to the top of the hill, but it wasn't. And he's only 0.8 of a second now ahead of Andy Shield just behind, who brings 2 other Honda Civics with him. In the form of Morgan and Michael. And then that whole gaggle of cars, look at it, it's a bit mad. With Chris Shaw leading it. I bet they're all really frustrated, Jay, that Audi just keeps romping off on all the straight lines and they can't catch up. And look in the background. Oh dear. That is Logan.
Stream, isn't it?
Yeah. Logan with the ATC Alpha Touring Championship logo on the back of his Veloster there. There we go. He knows he's on. He's listening. He's listening. A bit of a flash of the lights for the cameras. So Alpha Touring Championship, American Time Slot TCR League. We're mutually supportive. Us and SRL, mutually supportive of ATC. Race on Tuesday nights, broadcast on Saturday nights. A great league, always got massive fields, and always right up to the driver limit. Back with these 5 in front of him though. Casper looking a bit racy on Jaden now. This is well, it's a good place to scare somebody, isn't it, Sam? Going too wide into that bus stop, that's a bit risky.
It is a bit risky, and you can actually put yourself alongside and hope for the guy that will be on the outside, inside the bus stop, to go too far, and then get a slowdown on the comeback to the racetrack. But yeah, he needs some to do the job.
So Pete Van Gool is putting piles of pressure onto not Jaden, onto Casper at the minute. And then just ahead, Chris Shaw is under quite a lot of pressure from Jaden in that reshaped Honda Civic. That's a nice line though he took. Although is that just the Audi line? Keep it as wide as possible and use the momentum of the car. That's probably what he's after doing there. We are on to the last lap now. We're going to see Barney waving a white flag there at the top of the screen. It was almost like I planned it this time. It's pure luck, actually. Dan from SRL is on the chat. Right, and they're talking about racing and operations and how you shouldn't do it, but Dan did.
To be fair, I think all of us, whenever we've had any sorts of injuries, we do give the sim a go, just in case. Because sometimes when you're at home and you've got nothing else to do, it's the beauty of sim racing that keeps us from falling into insanity sometimes.
Well, yeah. Or doing some other shameful stuff.
Oh, Logan!
Oh! Wow.
Wow.
I mean, okay.
And Casper getting a move done on Jaden as well. Like, this is I have a feeling we could see a casualty here, and a fantastic line out the exit here from Logan. I would not be surprised if Logan went in for a move here on PVG, which he does, and he's going to get that done so confidently.
My word, it's like he's on rails, Sam. I mean, how'd you get sort of control like that? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Back in the days, you could put some buttons on your... Oh, geez, no, but PVG is going for it. And he's almost got him.
It's great content. Right. Logan doing a bit of weaving in front of PVG. And late on the brakes behind Jaden. Where is Greg? Greg is on the penultimate turn. We're going to have to... Ooh, he was a bit crossed up there, but that's probably control for him. And across the line comes the mighty Greg Daffron to take the victory. Somebody's waited it out to get... Oh, it was a Renee, right. Yeah. Renee just wanted it to end, basically. As everybody comes across the line here. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, that's close. Oh, I think Jaden got it. Yeah, he did just. Wow.
That was good.
That was excellent. That's the sort of racing we want to see all the time. Nice work. Demis obviously had some fun flashing his lights.
Just shows the beauty of Watkins Glen when we've been racing for 20 minutes and we still have all these clusters. Like, it may not always be for the lead of a class, but it's still like a good cluster of 4, 5, even 6 plus
someone's run out of fuel.
Just
or is he a lap down? I can't tell. No, he was nearly pipped at the line. That was for position nearly. Dale Bennison gets over the line like 1 nanosecond or something behind him. 3 hundredths of a second behind him. Wow. Great racing. Great racing. Right, let me take you through our Heat 1 finishing order if it comes through. There we go. Right, Greg Duffel for RD Simsport takes the victory lap, or he would do if he had any fuel left probably, for Heat 1. Wobbly gets second position there. Second step on the podium for BSTV Esports Pink, and Andy Shield gets the third place there. And bottom step on that podium for Knight Rider Motorsports. Morgan Butler for WSR Esports in fourth, and Michael Hall in fifth for Result X Pure Sims. Ascari Auto Sports Chris Shaw gets himself a class victory for Pro-Am. And Casper Smirnoff finishes in 7th place overall for Sim Racing School. Jaden Scotton gets himself a second in class, in 8th place overall for JC Academy, the J. Coles Academy. Logan McKinsey in 9th for Yellow Flag Motorsport. PVG gets a 3rd place in class, 10th on track for Result Clothing, with the Result X Pure Sims. Carl Hardy in 11th. Jamie Wilson was 12th for Team Chimera. Euro Larkin in 13th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Rob Sutherland 14th for RD Simsport. Roger Morton 15th for Safeguard by Result. Demis Tikchalar was 16th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Ethan Turner 17th for Blade Designs Just an Average Sim Racer. Chris Needham was 18th for Air Smart Racing. 19th was Ronald De Jong, who's a privateer this season, but he'll get snapped up when he's driving like that. Deck Crowther 20th for Blade Designs SRL. Dietmar Hoos, and first in class, I should say, for AM class. 21st was Dietmar Hoos for Cutting Corny TCR team, with Arno Chenonier second in class for AM. 22nd on track for Air Smart Racing. Daryl Wright, 3rd in class, 23rd on track for Result Clothing iRacing team. Chris Dixon, 24th for Safeguard. Marcus Kesting, 25th. Andy Littler, 26th, but only just for Work Guard by Result. Dale Bennison, 27th for Safeguard. Fiona, 28th for Work Guard. 29th was Renee for Cutting Corny TCR team. Dan Lewis, 30th after a disconnect for Blade Designs SRL. That must mean he's rejoined at some point, and I've missed it. Paul Hurley, 31st for Just an Average Sim Racer. David Ayres, 32nd for Safeguard by Result. And Pete Newman, who did not run. I got through all that, guys.
Nicely done.
Thanks. Okay, so these guys are going to do a warm-up lap. Are we playing the music again or not?
Go on then.
All right then.
Wandering thoughts set the cameras ablaze. Backfire,
broken, and just in time for going to grid. It's almost like I planned it. Right, so here we go, folks. Top 15 will reverse now. Excuse me. Waiting for somebody to join the grid. There we go, Dale. Knew I could rely on you, mate. I'm going to extend gridding. I'm going to click this button twice and this one once. And here we go, folks. So Roger Morton will lead us away. He was the 15th finisher in the first race for Safeguard. Rob Sutherland will go off on the front row with him. Jura Larkinen will go off in third. Fourth will be Jamie. Carl will go off fifth. Sixth will be PVG. Logan will go off seventh. Jaden will be eighth. Ninth will be Casper. Chris Shaw will go off 10th. Michael Hall off 11th. Morgan Butler off 12th. 13th will be Andy Shield. 14th will be Wobbly Kneecaps. Race 1 winner Greg Daffron will go off 15th. 16th will be Demis. 17th will be Ethan Turner. 18th will be Chris Needham with Ronald De Jong in 19th. 20th will be Deck Crowther. 21st will be Dietmar Hoos. Arno Chenonnier. Jamie Wilson's jumped the start. Oh, we're going. Sorry.
Yeah, I think there's been an issue with my SDK. That's my bad.
Oh, really?
SDK decided to reboot and launched a message in iRacing,
what?
which I don't know what it is. Yes.
Oh, okay.
How
do we do this then? Throw a yellow?
Throw a yellow, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Just a glitch in SDK, and it actually sent a message in the session.
Right, weird. Okay, so technical error there, folks. Tony Walker, what song is it? It's ours. Believe it or not. Courtesy of Wobbly Kneecaps.
Sam, do you want to do the message in the race, explaining it, or there's a lot of people
if you can, I don't have anything behind to actually talk to the people.
Okay.
Pete, what do you want me to tell them?
I'm gonna try to reorder people, and I will clear penalties.
Okay. Do you want to tell them we've had a technical error on SDK? We're going to set everybody away under caution.
And I'm going to try to reorder everybody.
Can we reduce the amount of laps they'll do under caution or not?
I'm not sure.
I did wonder why Jamie jumped. Hopefully he's not got any penalty there.
I don't know how to reorder people though. That's going to be an issue.
Right. It's a shame you've not got a function to regrid in iRacing, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
No, we can't reset the start, I'm afraid. It's just not something that's possible for iRacing at this time. So, we've got some people right royally out of position at the moment. Whilst we sort this out, folks, why don't you listen to this again, and we'll discuss in the background what we're going to do. Backfire,
Lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting orders, say I'm still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire is always broadcast to circus kids second guess. What we need got Star Wars delays. Nobody knows who's steering this craze.
Okay, folks. So glitch can't be resolved easily without complete and utter chaos. So what we're going to do is we're going to start them whenever this caution period ends, and we're going to
May
give
I throw out
everybody in
an
the
ID,
league.
please?
Oh, sorry, go on.
May I throw out an ID?
Yeah, go for it.
If all the drivers in the session are all right with it, we can throw up a new sessions up and go from the race 1 results.
Okay.
That's something that can be done.
Yeah.
But all the drivers need to have time to complete the race, because if we boot people from
The only problem with this is the
Yeah.
fact that heat sessions ends differently, doesn't it? If it's a single session, it would do an extra lap, and it would sort of change how we
doesn't
set
matter.
the races up.
No, it
It
should
doesn't
be
matter.
okay.
You can set the grid from a previous race in iRacing. Well, it used to be the case. I think it is still the case.
Okay. Do you want to have a quick look into that? Sorry about this, folks. It's just one of those things that has happened. Technical glitch.
Do you want me to tell everybody to pit? If we're saying we've got probably about, Sam, you've probably got about 1 minute.
It's probably going to take him a bit longer than that, I would think, but you know, we'll see. Let's see if Sam can press the buttons quick enough. So yeah, folks, the wonders of iRacing. And when it gets SDK interacting with it, sometimes it does some funny stuff. We've had a few races along the way that have gone a bit screwy.
This thing takes ages to set up as well.
I
Which is super
know.
annoying.
Just don't make it rain. Can you figure out if it is possible, Sam, or is it not possible to do one 40-minute race with a set grid?
Well, I'm trying to find
Evening to
way.
Gary on the chat. We've had a technical glitch where SDK has interfered with iRacing and caused a kerfuffle. I'm going to extend the yellow if I can remember how to do it. Where's extend the yellow? Move to end, double. Oh, that's to throw another yellow. Not got a clue. I could remove Wobbly from the race. That'd be funny for everybody, really.
Exclamation point yellow.
But that throws a new one, doesn't it?
Okay,
It looks
so
like
I
the
don't know
safety
what
car's
happened.
out for another lap anyway.
Oh,
so
right, we got time.
Bayard Racing has crashed the UI,
Oh,
so
good.
that
okay.
is freaking amazing. Sorry for the
Shall-
language, people, but this is really pissing me off.
Yeah, you don't know.
shall we just go with Plan A?
Let's
let
go
them
with
run
Plan A.
Yeah,
and-
let's just
and
race
Let's
them
go
out.
with that. Yeah, I'm sorry. iRacing
No
doesn't want to
problem.
cope with me.
Right then. So extra. My iRacing just glitched out massively then as well. I don't know whether that was visible for everybody else. Everything went black. Oh dear. It could be a Watkins glitch. Yeah, you're right, Flash. Absolutely right. Okay, so we are going to go racing at the end of this. Could you let everybody know, please, Jay? We're going to go racing. As they are now, extra drop week confirmed.
Done already.
Thank you very much. Or we could, I suppose, we could exclude this race, and do they just race it for fun? I don't know. I think the extra drop week is probably the better one. Excuse me. Right then, folks, let's have a look and see what Roger can see at the front of this race. He's getting lead lap points with all of this. Lights are out on the pace car, which means we're going racing in a minute, and Roger will control the start of this. Probably one of the more weird races I've ever done, actually. I've never known this happen before, ever. I expect that Logan will be in a different postcode pretty quick. What are your thoughts, Jay? Given his performance in the first race, I mean, good grief.
It'll not be a matter of when he gets that position, but how many corners.
Yeah. I think this is more like a reverse grid, actually, because a lot of the faster drivers hadn't. Well, some of the faster drivers had jumped onto the grid. It's mostly the pro-ams that didn't, and they've been caught out. But, you know, hopefully everybody will enjoy the racing either way. 12 drop weeks, says Flash. That's brilliant. Love it.
But special shout out to Daniel Lewis, who has and to David Ayres as well, both drive of a meeting. Performances after 4 laps in this main race, both climbing up 16 positions.
Excellent work,
Are
guys.
they Logan McKenzie in disguise? Find out next week.
Yeah. So, Roger doing a bit of weaving to get his tyres up to temperature. Hopefully everybody's realised that we're going racing now. Yeah, they're all starting to bunch up. A single file start. We don't reorder in this league. There'll be no reordering anyway, would there? Because they're all on the same lap. So a pit lane start for half the field. Oh dear. And here we go, folks. Roger's gone.
It's a good strong start from Roger
It was
and
good,
Logan
actually.
as well.
Yeah.
The rest of the field caught napping by the looks of it, and that could cause a bit of bunching, especially as we go through the S's.
Yeah, I suppose one of the benefits here is that nearly the whole of the pro class are together. Nearly the whole of the AM class are together. It's the pro-ams that are strung out through the field. And Wobbly is in 24th on a last to first challenge, so you've got to be happy with that, right? Oh!
Touch there for Carl Howdy. Fantastic.
Nearly takes out his
Hold
teammate.
just there.
This is about 16 cars wide into the bus stop. Jamie Wilson right in the middle of it and gets tagged. And that is Wall.
Big hit from Jamie as well, and that car's definitely not going to pass its next MOT.
There's no good bits on it. Maybe one of the wing mirrors. I'm not sure. Right, back to racing. So that will be a return to the pits because he's never going to get that back. Wobbly, however, scything his way through the field. Can't believe he's down 6 places from his start position. Terrible.
Terrible start.
Yeah. Is that Jaden on his inside there? So that's going to be a battle that carries on for a little while because Jaden wasn't slow in the first one at all. 3 wide going down here.
Fiona, yep.
Fiona's got a nosebleed.
Wisely backing out of that one there.
Yeah.
That could have ended completely different.
But staying in the battle with Chris Dixon, a previous teammate, and getting a move done on him. Oh, and there's a shunt behind. Is that Darryl? Oh, there's Paul Hurley in that as well. But that is Darryl right there. They got a bit... they got sorted out, though, so that's a great recovery from the pair of them. Renee making his way through on his own teammate there. That's Dietmar on the outside of him. Multi-21 move there with Arnaud Chenonnier trying to squeeze through. Oh, and no. That was Rene going round. I think there was just people caught out there. What happened to Rene there? Is he pointing the right way yet? Yeah, he's going again. I don't
Do you
think
have
he
a
actually
couple of
got hit.
meatballs?
Really?
Michael Hall with a meatball, which is huge for Result X Pure Sims.
Yeah, that's where they were in the league. But if we're going to throw another drop week into this, then this might save some people. Alan says make it a Discord vote to decide. I think the only problem with that is we'd get 50... Well, how many races have we got? 33. We get 33 different opinions. Curious about the pit strategy now. Good point. What do we think about that, Jay? Have we got any opinions on what anybody would do in the pits?
I feel those who would be at advantage would be those towards the back of the grid. If I was in the position where I was one of the people who just started from the pits and I was all the way back, I'd be pitting every single lap to top up fuel, because then it would just be a no-brainer and a much better chance of getting that finish in. Because of that safety car, we've gone back to a 30-minute race.
Yeah.
So with a little bit of fuel saving, I think it's going to be possible. If you haven't gone into the pits at all, though, you might still need that little bit of a splash and dash towards the end.
Yeah, too right. So what have we got going on here? Jamie Wilson rejoining the field now. You don't know where you're going to finish in a race that's as chaotic as this has been. You know, for some people, Sam, this will be brilliant, won't it? For others, it'll be a bit of a rough and tumble. But I think by the end of it, I think we'll see the usual patterns re-established of blue at the top, amber, yellow at the bottom, and green in the middle, right? Where's he gone?
Oh, you're talking to me? Yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out where that freaking option is, because
Okay.
I don't find it anymore.
Right.
So what I said is apparently not an option anymore. Bring back the old website. Thank you.
Yeah, bring back the...
Because that was...
Legacy
I
site.
would have made that in like 2 minutes back in the days, and now the option doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
So, yeah.
Whoa! Wow. That was some move there.
Tell you what, the clouds are starting to come out, and we enter a period now where there is a whole 1% chance of it starting to rain. And I don't know about you lot, but I
Ooh,
like
Ethan.
those odds.
Where's Ethan? Oh, there's a... Oh, what, everybody... Are we gone into a different type of race? What's this? Is Carl... Oh, it's Carl that's minced. Yeah, at the front. Right, we'll have to find out what happened there. I think it was an altercation with Andy Littler. I'm not sure. Yeah. As soon as they're side by side as we join it. Oh, the car in front. Oh, no. Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Vicious. Oh, well done to that Hydra race car for staying out of that. Okay, so we'll see how that pans out at the end of it all. More cars visiting pit road, but that means that they'll get their fuel stop done, even if they need one. Everybody's too wide here, apparently.
Wow,
as Wobbly
what
comes
a view.
through. Yeah. 2 in 1 corner for Wobbly.
Oh, a little bit of a break there from the Audi.
Yeah.
David Ayres, I think that was.
It was.
And that's going to give Jane Scotland a chance to dive here on the inside, using the camber to his advantage. Wobbly gets through as well.
I told you these
Ooh,
two would be at it all race. Because Jaden's
Yep.
quick.
Yeah, Jaden's had from that qualifying session having a really good race around here. Now we've got Wobbly in a position where he's got a bunch of pro-ams and AMs in front. He's going to go for the inside here, and Jaden's going to leave for space, but have a really
Whoa.
nice run on the outside there.
Uh-oh.
It's a Hydro race car using all of the track on the entry,
Oh.
and Wobbly. Nice
Oh,
save just
oh,
there.
Chris is gone.
Ooh, and that view from Jaden must have been absolutely horrific.
Yeah. Right, so another casualty of having a field that's all jumbled up. I do feel like it, you know, there was... No, never mind. We'll have a look at it again in a second. So we'll have a look at this. And just see what happened here. It looked like there was air between the cars, but
I would love to see that from Jaden's view because I bet that was
I can do that.
a flash.
It was solid air. It really was. I'm going to play that again. Where was that? There. And we're going to go to this view. Is it this view? This view. Watch how much air there is between the two cars going into this corner. Boing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a solid air moment, folks. A feature sometimes of iRacing and the ping generation. And you wanted to see it from a different perspective, didn't you?
Yeah, I just wonder how it would look from a. Jeez, this is going to be so close.
Excuse me. Right, okay.
Wow.
Right.
I'm back with you.
Excellent.
I gave up.
Welcome
I gave
back.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave up.
I take it cannot be done anymore.
If it can be done, please tell me, because I don't know.
Right. In many ways,
worth-
that website was so much better than the UI. Ooh, Casper's going to get an outside line here on Roger. Roger, our one-time race leader.
A lot of positions shuffling about, and towards the top, Greg has managed to get past PVG. Is
Oh, yeah.
now 2 seconds from Logan McKenzie.
Yeah.
Oh no, 2 seconds. No, that's longer than 2
6.8
seconds.
seconds.
6.8. I was looking at the wrong column. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All the battling's back here, though. So Logan hot lapping. Greg will now be hot lapping. Where's Wobbly's made himself all the way back to 11th place, and he was nearly last. Chris Dixon making his way back out of the pits. Everybody else scrapping for position. You can see how much amber is on this field, folks, in the timing tower. I'll give you a track map and a battle box, so you can have a look at some pretty pictures. What else is going on here? What we can say after this, you know, when it's not live anymore, is that we did it on purpose so we could play the music lots to people. I'll cut that out, don't worry about it. Anyway.
They're available in special edition vinyl.
Yeah, too right.
At the moment, Logan McKenzie still in the lead from Greg Daffron, who behind trailing Greg PVG with Andy Schliel in
Ooh,
for.
someone's going to the pits.
Hang on,
PVG.
PVG going into the pits. Not showing any flags, so this must be a chance. Maybe PVG didn't feel comfortable with the pack being as close behind him as that, so jumped into the pits to maybe come out in a bit cleaner air. But I don't know how much that's going to work, because there are still a few groups and gaggles of cars still approaching the entrance to that pit lane.
Yeah, so is he just going to literally splash and dash? Because it's not going to be much fuel that he needs, is it? He's gone already.
Yeah, a nice short pit stop there. There'll be a few people watching that, and a few people in team chats just communicating with each other, keeping a watch on where, especially where PVG is going to come out the pits, where it looks like PVG is going to come out in a pretty decent position. But the Watkins pit lane, just it feels like you're taking forever to get through it sometimes.
It
so you ideally want to just be actually in there refueling for as little time as possible as well.
Oh, there's an overtake there from Morgan, is it? Yeah, Morgan. Oh,
Yep.
Roger. Roger on Carl. Nearly on Carl, anyway. Carl through again. And Ronald trying to monopolise on this, and I think he might get this done.
Yep, oh, it does close the door a little bit, but he still has the momentum to get through.
Yeah.
And that's two positions gone for Roger there.
And Sam, I hate being kind of right all the time, but if you look at the timing tower, it has sorted itself out in terms of class position, hasn't it? Even if, you know, certain drivers like Wobbly are way out of where he would have started significantly higher, right?
Well, no, but it would be higher by now.
Yeah.
And I think Michael Old as well is probably one of the biggest loser of the thing.
Yeah.
Rene, I don't think it doesn't change any much for him, because he was starting at the back anyway.
True. It
But,
might not be
yeah.
such a bad thing, to be honest. You know, and I think over the course of the season, if we can code the website to have that third drop week, that keeps everybody interested for a little bit longer, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, most likely. I think the difference in this race will be actually in class position. That might be a bit more different than they should have been,
Yeah.
considering the starting order. But the overall positions does look pretty much okay to me. As I said, I think it's only the in-class position that are a bit off for some drivers that were actually still in the pits when the incident happened.
Yep.
I'm gonna feel bad about that for weeks, and it's not even my
No,
fault.
no
So.
need to. It's not your fault. It's SDK interfering with iRacing in a randomly weird way. Strangest thing I've seen for years. And obviously iRacing's done crazy things previously. It used to do the most odd things, to be honest. There's a bit of bump drafting going on here.
Good move from Casper there, just to see the space and shift his way across.
Yeah,
But
nice.
Andy's going to have a really nice run out of that corner, still side by side, and Casper can't do anything about that
Well,
apart
he
from
can cut
trying up
back.
and under.
Yeah, he can cut back maybe, and he's gonna get runs. As long as he's left with a car's width, everything's good in the world.
Yeah, and Morgan's going to be looking at that, trying to capitalise if a mistake is made. But nope, Andy gets through that really nicely. Really good move from Andy. Nice line on the outside to plan 2 corners in advance.
Yeah. So Logan is now 6.8 seconds in the lead. So his ability to pull away is reduced because Greg Daffron is the next car down the road from him. Then Andy Shield leads the charge of, well, everybody else really, with Casper now half a second behind him. Morgan right on Casper's tail. That Veloster does seem a little bit under capable on this track is the word I'm going to go with, even though that's probably not a real word. It just feels a bit weak, the Veloster.
I think the Veloster through the last sector of the track will really find its form there. It's just got to find a way to defend through the different class types through the first half of the track.
Yeah.
It gets its time towards the end, but it's a real sort of struggle for consistency through the first part.
Yeah, and of course everything. So, Wobbly's been to the pits, and I've missed it.
And he's currently in 10th place, so up 4 position. It is even worth saying up 4 positions for this race. But top 10 at the moment, with Daniel Lewis up 21 to 9th place.
It's crazy.
Just, an absolutely amazing climb there from Daniel. He'll be very happy about that one.
Oh dear, I think just being on the grid was enough. So yeah, Wobbly might get a really good finish out of this. Because there's only, obviously 9 cars ahead of him. Some of them have got to pit. I don't know. I don't know. I never know. Right, so here we go. This is Morgan on Casper. Casper does
So
doesn't he, to
close.
put his car just where it needs to be. It's very nice.
Yep. And if he takes a slightly wider line through the next 2 corners, he's going to physically push.
Nearly. Just loses the momentum when he pops out, doesn't he? Because the turn is sharper for him. Casper's bolted to the right-hand side, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, he's going to get a bit of a run here. He's going to... that was so close to accidentally being an accidental, playful bit of heavy petting on the back rear there. Right, sticking to him like glue at the moment, and and that was a
Oh no!
Oh no! Contact.
Is that a send?
That was a bit of a send, to be
Yeah.
fair.
I thought so.
Did have a nice bit of momentum there, but
Let's have a look at it from
maybe
above.
it's just the camera angle. The camera angle there was very close to magnified. But look close.
Oh, it's a,
I've seen worse sends, to be honest.
yeah.
It was close.
If I was Casper, I'd be annoyed.
I tell you who won't be annoyed at that one, though, that'd be Cal Hardy, who gets a free spot from it.
Oh, yeah. All freebies. Gratefully received, I'm sure. It's like if he gets a free pie.
Free pie. This
Sound
is
is
great
odd
for
now.
Jaden in
Apparently the
front.
sound is odd. Let me go onto the thing and... it seems okay to me. Anybody else reporting dodgy sound? Anybody?
That's a lot going into the pits
It
now.
is, yeah.
Casper, Daniel and Chris all
Needham.
jumping in.
Yeah, there'll be more on the next lap, I'm sure. I don't think they can make it to the end. I think they have to pit. So Wobbly, still the first car after pit stops have been done. Logan, I don't know whether he's just off the gas in all corners now, but he's not pulling away anymore from Greg. Greg's still foot to the floor by the look of things. Andy Shield 5 seconds behind him. Now has got a gap after what happened with Morgan and Casper. And then Carl Hardy, a second and a half nearly behind. And then you can see Ronald in the distance there. In that lovely livery that I like. With those stripes, gold and purple on black. So, Sam, do we think that Wobbly has a chance of getting anywhere near the win of this race?
The winner, I don't think so.
No?
But
How far
the
behind
top
is he?
5, most likely.
Yeah.
22 seconds by the looks of it.
Yeah, and I think a very, very short pit stop is... I'm trying to see a very, very short pit stop at the moment. It'll be someone like Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden is 10 seconds
Yeah, so...
in the pit lane, but yeah.
I don't know.
It's a very long, it feels like a very long road on there.
As Casper starts making his way back through some of these back markers now. Well, not back markers, this is all for position, of course. Ronald is to the pits. On this
See
lap.
a couple more jumping in.
Yeah, maybe... oh, yeah.
Oh, there
yeah,
we
there's
go.
a bunch of them.
Oh, this could get tasty. So Jaden, Chris, and is that Jaden, Chris, and
Ura.
Ura? Yeah, Jaden, Chris, and Ura. See if they come out in that order.
Yeah, David Ayres is in as well. Other people that have already pitted go around again. Okay, so let's go and have a look at some racing. Michael Hall back here, racing behind Chris Needham, who's been to the pits. Both of these have been to the pits.
So Ura had the furthest forward pit box.
Yeah.
As they all come out, and Jaden's actually lost the position there to Ura. Ura's decided not to fuel as much as the other two by the looks of it.
Maybe, yeah.
And he actually jumps 2 places in the pits.
Yeah, I'm forgetting, of course, that Wobbly will have started in pit road. And therefore, his pit time, his pit register is for lap 1. So unless he's managed to fuel save, he's going to have to pit again.
Yeah, very likely will have to pit again.
Yeah. Fiona still not pitted the car. Still going on an original tank of fuel. Doing all right. She's in 9th at the minute, up 19 places. Obviously, she was one of the ones that gridded. Everybody will be gridding immediately for all races from this point on, just in case that happens again.
Yeah. And you might have to expect it, but I think everyone's going to be furiously flashing now for the rest of the season.
Probably, yeah. So, everybody apart from Logan has gone to pits, or has Carl gone round again? Carl's gone round again. There's not many.
Great fuel saving from Carl then.
Yeah, it must
Brilliant.
be. Yeah. Wobbly round.
And a quick look, and Fiona actually hasn't pit either yet.
No, that's right. She's going
Oh,
in
there-
now.
there we go.
There we go. She's the last car not to have pitted out at all. Whether that was starting from pits or going to the pits. So Wobbly will have to pit at some point, I'm guessing. That does give Logan quite a lot of comfort at the very front now, 17.5 seconds. But Pete thinks he needs to pit before the end of this 6 seconds of racing as Jamie lets the leader through.
Yeah, final 5 minutes now, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how quick this pit stop from Logan's going to be. It's Carl Hardy in second place, still yet to pit himself, and then Wobbly is the top of the pitted users, 11 seconds ahead of Greg, by the way.
Yeah, but I think Wobbly has got to pit the car.
Oh, sorry, yes, he does have to pit. Sorry,
Yeah.
my fault there.
He's the last car that started from pit road, I think, that hasn't pitted yet. So I think he's going to drop down the order somewhat. 5 minutes to go. Audio is okay according to Alan. Thank you, Alan.
Logan's in the pits.
And Logan's gone to pit road.
Very, very likely that Carl's going to jump in, and possibly Wobbly as well. I can't see either of them two doing another lap, to be honest.
No.
That's a very tight corner from Carl.
Nice pit stop. You got to watch it on this track that you don't speed into pit road. It's so easily done.
Yeah, it's a truly horrendous pit entrance as well, but he's going to try one more lap.
Yeah, and he won't have got the lead lap car there because Logan was beyond the start line, so Logan would have got the lead lap point.
Wobbly's just got one of those off tracks, so he's getting one step further away from getting the coveted Alan
Safe
driver
driver.
award.
Yeah. Carl rejoins the track, and he's going to rejoin the track in 5th or 6th. Here comes Morgan right on him.
So that'll be 4th place, I think. No, that'll be 5th, sorry.
5th,
Yep,
yeah.
5th. Good pit stop from Carl. Nicely done.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
A little bit of a spin there.
That was
from
Euro, wasn't it? Yeah. You think he was on his own?
And that's going to be a slowdown for Euro as well, because he was off the track that much and rejoined that late.
Right,
So,
okay.
absolute disaster from Euros. Is surrounded by, well, Michael Hall from the pros, but also everybody else in Pro-Ams. Could be a few places lost here for Euro.
Yeah, too many there than he'll be happy with. What do you reckon, Sam? Do you reckon Wobbly's got to pit again or not? Sam...
Sorry, I had my mic off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you reckon he can do it
No,
or not?
Yeah. Well, if he pits this time, we will have the answer, I think. Because if he doesn't pit this time, I think he's going for it. He's lost a lot of time on people behind him.
Yeah.
So that makes me think he's slower than he should be.
Yeah,
But
Oh,
he's
he's
getting-
going.
yeah, he's going in.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a shame. Right. So, here we
Black
go.
flag as well. Wobbly's got a black flag.
A what? What's that for? Oh, for speeding.
Possibly. It's just,
Why not?
it's just, well, it flashed up for a black flag for me, so
Oh, he disconnected as well.
Wobbly has.
Yeah, that's a nice
yeah,
quit, Wobbly.
disconnected too.
Is that a rage quit?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Right, okay. I did wonder why my camera went to scenic. I was like, what is going on now with iRacing? Good grief.
And we're on white flag as well, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, I saw
Final
that.
lap
Yeah.
with Logan McKenzie, Greg Daffron, Andy Shield in third place as well. Great result for Andy, that is.
I know,
Getting
yeah.
the podium there. Still plenty of close battles going on at the moment, including this one that's on camera now. Netherlands versus Netherlands. RDJ versus PVG.
Yeah, oh, RDJ. We've
We're-
just coined a new one. Wow. Well done, Jay.
Thank you. All thought PVG about to go for a move on the outside there. Both taking slightly different runs through that bus stop as well. Pete going quite deep on that one. Teammate right behind him going to be spurring him on. Doubt very much Roger will try and put in a move versus PVG if he's fighting Ronald this hard. But saying that, bragging rights within a team,
Absolutely.
you love him.
Yeah.
Well, PVG is going to put a foot on the inside there, and that's great control by PVG.
Isn't it
One's going to have
just?
the quicker outside line, quickly goes in to cover the inside. There's Logan, 2 corners to go, 1 corner to go. Controlled drive, and a very nice win as well, which he'll be very, very happy with.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done to Logan in the chaos of what happened. Behind that work guard car is one Greg Defron coming over the line. Ooh, that was into the wall.
Just there by Morgan, but he keeps it going.
Nicely done, nicely done. Well done, Carl. And Casper. I don't think there's going to be very many upset people in this, do you? I think that it's all kind of washed its way clear in the end.
We'll find out in the interviews.
Yeah. What was that? Show. Yeah. And then round the corners we go. He's been flashing the entire race, folks. Right from the start. David Ayres over the line. And we've got one battle still going on here, because that Paul Hurley and Fiona battle is right to the line. Still got some coming over the line. And just Dale and Jamie. Dale's over the line there, and Jamie coming over, coming around the penultimate corner now. He got absolutely wiped out in the bus stop. I mean, his mechanics are brilliant, aren't they?
Absolutely, like it's as if they just had a spare.
I
car
didn't.
and just threw him out of
I
it.
didn't rage quit. There was
Oh.
a kid behind me.
Sorry, say again?
There was a kid behind me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I've said something in the consultant chat, which makes sense.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll read that later then. And unless you want to have it broadcast to the nation.
Oh no, well, it's about. I mean, I can explain. I mean, the drop round doesn't make sense
Okay.
because if you would add another to a drop round, people that actually didn't got a missed start,
Yeah.
they would benefit from it because then they, okay, well, that was. But anyway, lovely race, lovely start. And now I'm going to the kid.
Okie dokie.
Hey, bye.
Cheers. I think he did that whole bit without swearing. Incredible.
Don't say it, 'cause it's just going to burst back in here and just curse or something like that.
Yeah,
and the kids will
probably,
start
yeah.
crying.
You're right, yeah.
Might be, yes.
Yeah,
TV
absolutely.
licenses will get revoked, and
I'm surprised they haven't
We
been
have any?
already. Yeah, exactly. Right, let's see if this has got... Oh, it has just literally gone checkered properly. Session is finished. Oh, why have I pressed the wrong button there? Silly boy. Right then. Oh, should have done that after the first race. Okay, your finishing order for this this feature race here at Watkins Glen Boot was Logan McKenzie takes the checkered flag for Yellow Flag Motorsport. So well done to him. He won by a whopping 8 seconds exactly over Greg Daffron for RD Simsport. Andy Shield takes the third step of the podium there for Knight Rider Motorsports. Morgan Butler came over the line in fourth for WSR Esports. And then the first of the Pro-Am cars, Carl Hardy, gets himself a class podium for Resort X Pure Sims. Casper Smirnoff finished 6th for Sim Racing School. 7th was Daniel Lewis, and second in class for Blade Designs SRL. Ronald de Jong finished in 8th place. 9th was Pete Van Gool, PVG for Result Clothing iRacing Team. Sorry, it's RDJ now, isn't it? Yeah, RDJ finished 8th. Roger Morton finished 10th for Safeguard. Jaden Scotton finished 11th for JC Academy. Chris Shaw finished 12th for Ascari Autosport, with Chris Needham in 13th for Air Smart Racing. Michael Hall finished in 14th for Result X Pure Sims. Rob Sutherland 15th for RD Simsport. Euro Larkin 16th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, and Rene finished in 17th for Cutting Corny, just ahead of his teammate Dietmar Hoos. Where am I up to? Jaden's gone. No. Where was I up to? Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to go back now.
Dietmar.
19th place.
19th, there we go. Deck Crowther, the first of the AM class. Stop it. The first of the AM class cars over the line in 19th. So a podium finish for him for Blade Designs SRL. Demis Tigchalar finished in 20th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with David Ayres second in class, 21st on track for Safeguard. Fiona finished in 22nd for Workguard. Paul Hurley was 23rd for Just an Average Sim Racer. Arnaud Chenonnier was 24th for Air Smart Racing. Ethan Turner was 25th for Blade Designs Just an Average Sim Racer. Chris Dixon was 26th for Safeguard. Marcus Kesting finished 27th, and Dale Bennison finished in 28th for Safeguard. 29th was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera. Andy Littler finished 30th for Workguard. Result Clothing's Darryl Wright finished in 31st, and then Wobbly 32nd for BSTV Pink. Pete Newman did not run. Okay, so now I can go to this button and go to this and do a bit of this. So we've got some decision. Well, there's some decisions to make based on what happened at the very start there, in terms of what counts and what doesn't. But we'll get to that. Okay, where are we up to here? Blah 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 blah. I've got Rob Sutherland saying play it again, Sam, in my DM chat for the music. If nothing else, the music was brilliant tonight. Right, so let's see who's in the. Oh, I've just nearly.
So Alan in the chat just there.
Oh, go on.
Backfire, the home of disaster with a smile.
It's always been that way. Let's bring in our feature race winner.
I'm gonna bust his ass. Thanks, Tony.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, no. Logan McKinsey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Yeah, not too bad. What are you
Stressed.
watching? Yeah, it's like craziness here. So race 1 was a last to first challenge. You did really well.
Yeah, race 1 was a lot of fun. Cut through the field there, I felt like fairly cleanly. And then I was really disappointed that I couldn't get that whole of the group that I was going for at the end there, especially Jaden. But that was really fun running to the line with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was super close. And then we had our own little chaos where SDK interfered with iRacing and launched before it should have done. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, it's just what happened. We'll sort out what we're going to do with this race. Either write it off for this one particular one, or give everybody another drop round, drop week, whatever. But it's just part of iRacing and SDK doing their thing, I think. But yeah, was that good fun, or was it a bit lonesome driving at the front there? Because you got to the front pretty quick after Roger restarted us, and then shot off into the distance, really.
Yeah, when the safety car came out, there were basically at that point 2 primary goals. It was save as much fuel as possible. I don't think set a gap to Greg, because I did, and what ended up happening was we ran basically the exact same lap times the whole race. So if he had been in my slipstream, we would have been scrapping the whole way to the end. So setting that gap was really important after the safety car.
Yeah. And right, some shameless plugging for Alpha Touring Championship. Are you currently running at the moment, so that everybody knows?
We're on a very nice and well-deserved summer break, but we will be back August 4th at Belle Isle for 13 more rounds. Then we take another holiday break. It's tough work. I don't know how you have been doing this for as long as you have, following the iRacing schedule. It's commendable.
Thank you very much. It's not been an easy ride, has it, Sam? If you know what I mean. It's a tough old slog doing every 12-week season with the occasional 13-week that I racing like to throw at us.
Yeah, no, it's fun. You need some whiskey to get it through it, but it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said from the alcoholic.
Oh, thank you.
I'm no different, but I'm on the grape juice, so I'm healthy, right? No? Okay. So, yeah, early August then for Alpha Touring Championship. Is it open to recruit yet, or are you still on holiday, as it were, in inverted commas?
People are always welcome to come by and sign up. We're always taking sign-ups. Yeah, people don't have to show up for a whole season or even a half season. So the sign-ups are always open and people can hop in and out whenever they like.
Excellent stuff. And we need to find out who does your videos, because we want to steal that person. Your videos are so much better than the ones that I create. Sam's done a really good job of this season's one.
Wow.
It's better than mine. But yours are just out of this world. So, folks, if you've not seen any Alpha Touring Championship promo videos, go and find them, because they are mint. I'm very, very jealous. I wish I had as much talent doing that as Logan's got in his little finger, I think. But yes, great having you back in our series again. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and hopefully that's the last of the gremlins. Some things go wrong at times, and we just have to deal with it, don't we? But
Absolutely.
yeah, anybody you want to shout out to, Logan, before we let you go, and you can figure out which of these races you're going to completely dominate and then probably win the league.
Oh man, I guess I will shout out Michael Polasek, because in the time between since I've run this league previously and now, he's been cleaning up in ATC and really pushing me to go to the next level with my pace. He's got, I'm running a setup that he threw together. So I guess big shout out to him.
Yeah, you need to, because some of those overtakes were just, Sam, saw you get two in one corner and was just like, wow, that was so impressive. It was mega, wasn't it, Sam? That double overtake that he did in the first race, it was incredible.
Well, don't give too much credit to the guy.
Oh,
He's gonna be wobbly after that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, honestly, it was good. It was really great. Yeah,
Yeah.
was nice to see you pass people on race one. Was, yeah. Some people can learn from it, I think.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I can learn from it. I learn something new every time I have to drive through a field like that.
Well, if it was me, I'd be at the start of the back, finish at the back. Probably wouldn't even finish. But it's great having you back. Logan McKinsey, everybody.
Great talking to you guys.
Right, next up, Jay. This is going to be one for you, because Jay is
okay.
going to interview Jay Den. Good evening to Jaden, and over to Jay.
Hello.
Jaden, first of all, I'm gonna have to bill you for a new bonnet after that race one incident. No, on a serious note though,
Sorry.
absolutely, it's okay. We'll talk about it and sort out pay afterwards. But qualifying session, absolutely incredible time. Where did that come from? And was there a certain tactic you used in qualifying to you took it to a lot of pros on that one. What was the secret? What got you so high up for the start of race one?
I don't know. I don't know what I did. I was in behind Carl, but it wasn't my intention to just slipstream him. So I started lap it's over a second back from him. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Thought I could lap.
the slipstream does sort of like start
yeah.
on 1.2, but yeah, I had a feeling it was a slipstream. So well done on that. That took all of us by surprise. Not discounting your ability as a driver, just good to
Took
see
me by
a pro.
surprise.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's good to see a pro-am driver up so high to start. Race one. Did you expect to lose a couple of places like that? I still think an 8th place finish on race one's absolutely fantastic. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I expected to lose some places. I think it was the manner in which I did that was annoying. The start I knew would be hectic, and it was. I was trying to remain competitive, But obviously, the pros can get quite aggressive. But I just want to say that the wars, and so unfortunately, just outbraked myself and went to back of Casper. Completely my own fault. And that ends up costing me per round win. But then let Chris go through a few corners later.
Yeah, and it didn't just cost a win there. It cost me a new front of a Honda Civic, which yeah, like I said, we'll talk about that one afterwards. But race 2, yeah, obviously it was a bit of a different start, something that we didn't anticipate at all. Nonetheless, still finishing just outside the top 10. Looked like a much cleaner race from yourself. How did you find race 2 with a very shaken up sort of grid? Did you have any sort of like changes last moment of your tactics, or was it just a case of getting your head down and just driving the rest of the race?
Yeah, I had to get my head down. Yeah, obviously missed the start. I was just fiddling with setup, and obviously I don't know what caused it to start early, but I just got caught off guard by it. But yeah, I had no choice but to just head down, and I think I got the best result because I got in there. I had a good battle with Gila, who unfortunately got tagged by Chris. I don't know what it was, but it sort of happened behind me. But I enjoyed the race. It's just a little bit disappointing, obviously, with the missed start, but I'm happy with the drive, anyways.
Yeah. Next up, we are off to the Grand Prix layout of Brands Hatch. How do you find the course?
I don't know if I'm that good around there. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I like Rams. I'm going there this weekend
Nice.
to watch
nice.
Super Touring Power. So I'll take some notes while I'm there.
Yeah, so you can get on the
Honestly.
course and run some laps yourself.
Yeah.
If only. If only.
If they let me.
Absolutely. So finally, anyone you want to give a shout out for tonight?
My teammates, Chesney and Marius, neither of whom are here tonight, but sure they will be. Yeah, that's about it really. The boy shouted out. I can't remember who shouted out last time. The parents. Not shouting out again.
Yep.
Once
Fair,
is enough.
Fantastic. Right, thank you so much for joining us in the booth, and
Thank you.
we'll see you next week for Brands Hatch. Ladies and gentlemen, Jen Scotland.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, nice one. Right, next we're going to bring in, let's have a quick word with Jamie Wilson. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. We had something go wrong.
Yeah, we were
between
just
SDK.
discussing it humorously.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Not the first disaster that's befallen a BSTV broadcast, is it? Let's face it. But yeah, it's yeah. Did you actually jump the start before the shenanigans happened?
So I saw the message, laughed, so I knew exactly what it meant.
Oh, really? Right. Okay. What did it say?
It said an unnamed individual has started.
We don't know who that is.
Yeah. Sure, he's wearing a fake tash.
The start procedure will start like imminently or something, words to that effect. I would look it up in my recording, but one of the things I didn't manage to do was trigger that going. So.
Oh right. Okay.
But as that came up, the car was off, so I had to turn it on. I was like mucking about. Is it in gear? No. Yes. No. I've instinctively put my foot on the clutch because that's my panic reaction to.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a start. What doesn't the Audi have? A clutch.
Yeah.
So,
no clutch. Yeah.
Yeah, so I rolled forward in the panic, and then even after that, I stopped it. I know the logic is if you jump start, you just go.
Just go, yeah.
No one ever thinks of that in the heat of the moment.
No.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sam's just put it in the other thing. The reason that's there, by the way, is because for like broadcast events, like when iRacing was doing stuff on NBC and that during COVID, they would set the grid set thing to like 10 minutes and then wait till everyone's ready manually and then trigger the start.
Right.
That's why it's there. But the once I got going after the after I'd nudged forward, I was so flustered. My pit limiter was on, and I was in a right state. So I didn't even, I lost out massively anyway. So, yeah, it was just a bit of a mess really. Although the decision to call a yellow was the right one. That was definitely a good move.
Yeah, we're deciding what we're going to do with the result. I don't know. Another drop week seems reasonable, although some people got caught in the pit road. I don't know.
There's no good solutions
No,
here.
there's
Certainly
not, is there? No.
Whatever comes out of it, some people will think, oh well, that was a waste of time then to do any of it, or there's got to be a degree of compromise on it. I mean, the equitable thing to do would be to just scrub the result, and I know that scrubs race 1 as well because we do it on a per
week basis,
not a per round. But it'd be a shame in that sense. But I don't know. Maybe there's an opportunity to add a round on the end in week 13 or something.
Oh, I like the
pending
sound of that. We
availability.
could re-race it, couldn't we?
Yeah, a better track would be good though. And doing it on a Wednesday.
Hate this track?
What's going
Yeah.
on, Jay? What's going on,
It
Jay?
hurts my feelings.
There's a lot of hate going on, isn't there? There's a lot of hate going on for what?
This track has 2 personalities. The personality when you're in a really good race. Like
Yeah.
race 1, I was in a pretty good race for a lot of it with Chris Needham and the little Demis Tigelaar.
Tigelaar, yeah.
That was a really good little battle that was going on there. And I had someone else up the wazoo, I can't remember who it was now. Logan for a while, I think. But the when you're in a race like that, it's it's fun. But as soon as you're not in a race like that and you've lost a toe, it's just achingly boring.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. It's exactly the same as Mosport for me, as the other one of these, where I just don't enjoy just driving the lap, the layout of the track. It's just not in the slightest bit exciting at all. It's margarine.
It's margarine. It's
Nothing,
not butter.
I can't believe it's not better.
yeah. Oh dear, that's class. I like that. I might have to steal that when I'm at work. Yeah.
Yeah. But so maybe a rerun in week 13 is an option. Saying that it can happen because it depends on availability. It depends on whether iRacing's down because of the patch at that time.
Yeah.
So it might not be on a Wednesday. It's
Yeah,
obviously
well,
the
we
Pit Stop
could go
Cup
before the change
going on
couldn't
as well.
We could drop it on the Monday or the Tuesday. Instead, Wednesday is a minefield of problems for week 13.
Tuesday as well.
Is that the big update day?
Yeah, it tends to
Okay.
update on the Tuesday. Depends
Alright.
if there's a Coke Series race or not.
Yeah, well, we can pick our victim for that, can't we? And put a poll out and see if anybody, how many people want to rerun Watkins and how many people want to vote for something else, and Pete can choose the centripetal circuit. So yeah,
Mount Washington.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be painful. So yeah,
Interesting gridding on that one as well.
yeah. Oh dear. But some of the racing was brilliant tonight, particularly race 1. Hopefully you had a lot of fun because race 2 you got ejected out of the bus stop, didn't you?
Yeah, Carl Hardy failed to fold his bingo wings in.
Oh, that's
Oh,
hard.
I just said that to him,
That's
so
hard. That's class.
I said other things as well, including 4-letter words
Excellent.
like pies and
Pies, yeah. Fatty's
beef, I
5.
don't know.
Fatty's 5. Fatty's 5. Beef, yeah. Okay. Frey.
yeah, yeah. Beat me to it on that one. It's weird seeing him in a different coloured car as well. The only other colour that suits him is the Frey Bentos tin one that I did. All that.
I know
years
that
ago.
was funny. Yeah. I think Clyde did him in a. Oh, what was that other one? Ginsters, was it? He did a Ginsters livery at one time.
No, that was me as well.
Oh,
I
was
did
that
as
you?
well. Yeah, because on the back of the Frey Bentos one, it said my other car is a Ginsters.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, they were good times then, apart from the ones that I got given. Okay, so hopefully back to normal running next week at Brands Hatch. It's the Grand Prix circuit. I do know that you like that, right?
Yes, it's
Excellent.
my local track, I suppose, in a way, closest to me. Down south on the south coast.
2 A's in that, folks. 2 A's in South.
Yeah, technically Goodwood is closer, but that's not a real track. So,
Well, okay. And it's not an iRacing either.
well, as in, it's not like it's a theme park as opposed to a track that
Yeah.
is like things run on.
Yeah, too right. Well, it's been an eventful day. and hopefully you've enjoyed it, regardless of what happens with this particular race finish. Anybody you want to shout out to, mate?
Yeah, shout out to Simon for trying to keep me entertained while I was just lapping on my own, just counting the minutes down. In the prison that is Watkins when you're not in a race.
Yeah.
Thanks to you guys for balls in startup.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So our absolute pleasure.
And to be honest, one thing I will call out is that race 1, I didn't see obviously everything, but the start of race 1 was pandemonium free, and that was very impressive to me.
Yeah.
Given the track record of this track, like the chicane, as we found out in race 2, as I did anyway.
And up through the
and a few
S's
other
usually
hot
as well.
spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one was off in the barriers at turn 1 and everything, and I think that's this track historically. You know, I've been on iRacing since it went public, so back in the day, this was the track that you just had the worst driving standards at, because everyone thought, oh, it's an easy track, and you know, all the people that didn't know which way the track went would flock into it and all that. But that's kind of association of that in my mind. But when you've got a good field of people that understand how to race well, it takes that aspect of it away. So that's why race 1 was quite enjoyable for me.
Okay. No,
So
that's
thanks
good.
to all the people I was racing.
Excellent stuff. In that case, we'll see you at your kind of home track, Brands Hatch GP circuit, this time next week. Hopefully no gremlins this time. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
I really should prepare better for getting people out of this booth. Right, next up we're going to have a quick word with... Who should we have a quick word with next? Paul Hurley. Let's go and grab Paul. I would have brought Chris in, but he's sharing his screen. So, good evening to Paul Hurley.
Oh, hi guys.
You alright? And what are you guys watching in the interview room?
Chris was just being hit by a wobbly.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, everybody's got a video like that, right? So, talk me through race 1, because that was an eventful little race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't a good round for me at all, both of them really. But the guy in front was, how do we say it politely, making more than one move sometimes when he's defending. But yeah, I ran wide off the back of it, and then I just missed my brake and drove into the back of David Ayres. Well, I did apologise for it at the time.
I kind of viewed that a bit differently. Is this the one where he pulled across the front of you into the braking zone?
No, but towards the end of the race, where we both had to go in the pits.
Yeah, I called that a little bit differently, Jay, didn't I? In the moment, he came back onto the racing line into your braking zone, in my opinion.
No, I didn't really look at it. I thought I'd just hear him.
All right. Well, if you want to analyse it and then file 13 protests, because he does flash his lights an awful lot. This might be my revenge right here, right now. So yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, hopefully you'll sort it out between yourselves anyway. But that's what we like people to do in this particular league. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the racing, because obviously we don't know what we're going to do with this race week. Jamie Wilson's idea from the previous interview is probably the perler, which is to put on an additional race at the end of the season. Whether it's this track or a different one again, yet to be determined.
I think that's a great idea, just not this track.
Second person has said that, isn't it, Sam?
God,
There's so much hate, Jay. So much hate.
Won't anyone think for children?
Think of the little Watkins. Think of the little.
Oh, they're all right. They're all right. They're in New York State somewhere. They'll be fine.
Well, that's true. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Well, eventful race week for you and us. Funnily enough.
What happened there in the second race with the start? Someone pushed the wrong button, or was it just the wrong code on the SDK? Or
well, it was a function of SDK that was created, apparently, according to Jamie Wilson, during COVID, for them to have the grid build up during the COVID situation, and then trigger it immediately. And SDK had a short circuit and did it anyway, and then you all had to grid immediately. But half of the field was still in the pits, or about a third of the field actually was still in the pits.
yeah, I mean, I got a full start because I did a 2-pedal start with the Civic, and I had them pulled in, like I was a bit of a brainwave, and I thought I'd let it off again. it just jumped forward. I've had a bit of revs on it still,
right.
so
That's what.
my fault. My fault. I just wasn't expecting it to be.
Well, if
Yeah.
it makes you feel any better, then I can't do a one pedal start. 2 pedals is one too many for me.
It works really well because let it go on a trigger, it rolls forward, and then you just drop the clutch and it just goes. No ball spin. It's great.
Right, nice. Are you just giving away
But yeah,
all
I think
your secrets for starting?
there's loads of people use a handbrake. Yeah, there's all different ways to do it. But yeah, but I mean, I thought you did the right thing by dropping a yellow and then announcing the extra drop week, and no one can complain. Because if it come down to a season like championship ender and that somebody hadn't gridded up, that would be a horrible way to lose a championship, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll figure out what we're going to do with it. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
I just want to apologise. I got a little love tap on Fee right at the end of the second race, and I had the speed to go past, but I didn't because I thought it's not really fair. I put her out of shape, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's,
So I held
good
off for that.
sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship.
No, I could have done it, but no. It was meh. Not one of my favourite rounds, but yeah,
Well,
it's what it is.
maybe Brands Hatch
It's
will be
what it
more
is.
your suit.
Well, it's similar in some ways, isn't it? Just with with grass instead of walls. When that first
yeah, too right. Actually, you're not that far wrong. It's if you turn the map a little bit round, then yeah.
Jay will like it because there's gradient there. And
Yeah.
looks a bit gradient.
I've
Then,
accepted the Watkins Glen slander. I'm not going to accept any slander of Brands Hatch whatsoever.
So that's my local track. That's my local circuit, Brands Hatch. I'm about on a good run, about 40 minutes away from them.
Not bad.
Very nice.
And I have actually driven around it in a years ago in like a single seater thing. It was great fun.
That's cool.
Sounds beautiful.
It does.
When I could still fit into a single seater.
Well, Carl Hardy needs to sit in a small Luton
Bus.
Luton van or something. But anyway, in that case, we will see you this next week at
Thank you, gentlemen.
GP. Thank you.
Yeah, take care. Have a good week. Bye bye.
Cool. Right. Next up, might as well bring these guys in together, I guess. I mean, they used to be part of the same stable. So, good evening to Chris Dixon. Is Chris there? Is he still sharing his screen?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, good
there
evening.
he
No,
is.
my screen's gone. I was just sharing the incident in race 2. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, we is that the one that we your topsy, Jay?
There was a few different camera angles.
Yeah.
Right.
I had it
It
down
was
as a solid air moment, but it may well have been a moment anyway if the solid air had not been there.
And there was quite a gap. Wobbly thought he'd left room, and there was room, and it just went. But that was it. I had no control once it was obviously neck code, but
well, the pair of you owe Jaden Scott a change of underpants, don't they?
Yeah.
Don't they, Jay?
Yeah, it looked a little bit close.
Yeah, it was tasty. And we spoke last week about the change of livery, and you moving into the safeguards portion of the stable. How are you getting on in the safeguard team and with the second race week? We're not going to talk about the gremlins that affected us. We've talked about that to death, and we'll come up with a solution as to how we're going to handle the race results. But are you enjoying it? Sharing the track alongside the most annoying racer in the entire field. Sorry, second most annoying racer in the entire field. David Ayres for all his light flashing.
Flashy.
Yeah. And helping out Dale, moving him up. How's it getting on for you?
Yeah, it's going well. Obviously the team's a big team anyway, and you'll have seen in the first race there was 4 or 5 of us battling out for quite a few laps, and that was all 0 incidents. None of us got an X for it, and really enjoyed the racing. So it's going well.
Good stuff.
Can't complain.
And Fee, it's is that your highest finish for a while? I think 22nd is pretty good in a field of 30 odd. But I think, did you benefit from actually gridding?
I did, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I have to say though, before we go any further, Deck Crowder finished 5th in Pro-Am last season, so he's not an am.
Deck Crowder finished 5th. Okay. Have I got another one to move?
He was 5th in the championship in Pro-Am.
Yeah, I think I've gooned it on the standings. I think he's right in the website. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But yeah, so you actually gridded, and then I think at one point I said that Fee's got a nosebleed because you were that high up the standings. I think you were
I was up to 11th at one
11.
time.
Yeah, it was good. And there was some shenanigans along the route. We saw bits and pieces here and there. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the result, as I said to Chris. But did you enjoy the evening's racing?
I did. It was brilliant. As Chris said, race 1 with us all battling together, getting 0x. It was brilliant. And race 2, really enjoyed it. Paul gave me a 4x on the last couple of corners, but I was defending heavy because I wanted to stay in front, so didn't blame him at all.
Yeah, no, good effort. And Chris moving out of work, Gav. Have you shed enough tears for that one now? You and Andy, are you over it?
Yeah, we're getting over it. He's still in the same chat with us, so we don't miss him.
Good stuff.
You got a bigger and better teammate as well, anyway, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
So another one that I think you like going at Brands Hatch, don't you? We've had this conversation before. Obviously, Donington's your home track, isn't it? But
It is, yeah.
I think you like Brands, don't you?
Yeah, Brands is good. I like all the British tracks, to be fair.
No, good call. Good call. Yeah, tonight we'll find a solution for. Anybody you two want to have a shout out to before we let you go? We'll start with Chris, since you're in the room first.
Yeah, we like that Scottish one as well, Fee, don't we?
Yeah, knuckle, yeah.
Can't leave that one out. But yeah, just the general, yourselves and everybody in the background for putting the show on, all the drivers for turning up and actually racing, and everyone for watching, and obviously the team for doing everything they do. So yeah, thanks everyone.
No, really good. And Fee, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, everybody who took the time to watch us tonight, everybody who does the work to make all this happen. I mean, there's a lot goes on in the background, which we don't see. And everybody who was racing with, especially in race 1, the teammates there, it was good fun.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. It's good to hear that the people you're sharing the track with have contributed to your evening. That's what it's all about, enjoying yourselves. Okay, well that's brilliant. In that case, we will say good luck to you both for racing next week at Brands Hatch. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Yeah, good night everyone. See you at Brands Hatch next week.
And Fiona Siddons, everybody.
Yeah, this result's got to stand. Good night, everybody.
That's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant, Fee. Oh, that's fantastic. Love that. Excellent stuff. Oh, that's funny. Right, okay. So, we're still going to do driver of the meeting because I think there's people that deserve a shout out in this one. I liked what Andy Shield and Morgan Butler were doing. Really safe, close racing with some really fast drivers. They've obviously got quite a lot of capability between the two of them. Ultra safe, no naughtiness in that at all, and super fast at the same time. Not obviously not as lightning fast as Greg or Logan this evening, but I liked what they were doing. Daniel Lewis did very, very nicely, as he always seems to do. RDJ's got himself a new 3-letter acronym, thanks to Jay Corley there, and that one's good. Have you seen who's just landed in the chat room, Jay? And then I liked what Jaden Scotton did along the way, but he was the cause of a bit of a shunt and a shovel. I'm going to struggle to find who I'm going to vote for today. Who am I going to vote for? I don't even know. Should I put the other two on the spot? Not sure. I like the recovery drive. I like what Logan did all the way through the field, but I voted for him on a recovery drive and a last to first challenge before, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to vote for, just coming into your screen now, he could have just binned it off completely after race 1. Rene Earhart, he ended up solidly last, or pretty much last. Came back in, got caught out in the second race as well because he was still in the pits, and still carried on racing. It could have been a double whammy for him, and finished in 17th in the second race. So on the spirit of racing alone, Rene Earhart for Cutting Corny TCR team is going to get my vote this evening. Right. You two are now panicking. I can smell the tension. I can smell it. Right, who are you going to vote for in what has happened tonight? Jay.
See, I've got between two people, and it's actually the first two people you mentioned, Andy Shiel and Morgan Butler, and it's such a difficult one. But I think just based on the fact that it's a set of double threes, I'm gonna go with Andy tonight.
That's such
two
a fickle
podiums.
vote.
It is. I was hoping you'd say one and I'd say the other, but I'm just gonna go just for the fact it was two third places, two podiums. Despite the technical difficulties in the back, kept the head down, went from a 13th, transported and doing all the weird stuff going on in the background, but still kept it nice and consistent. And yeah, two podiums is nothing to scoff at here, especially with a pro category as strong as what we have in this season. So nicely done, Andy. You got mine.
Yeah, good vote. Good vote. And then Sam, you're gonna have to pick one out of the crowd. I think. I mean, it's a toughie, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I was actually in the same doubt as Jay, so I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna go with Mr. Butler, and hopefully he will bring some meat to me.
Yeah.
I know that's random, that's bad, but I mean,
we're gonna need some context to that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't a Butler someone that actually? No, am I?
Are you thinking Butcher?
Yeah, you're.
Oh yeah,
Butcher.
that's right. Oh, thank you. So that is yeah.
different.
Now forget what I said. I said nothing.
Everybody, you
I
can bring,
still, my vote still get the vote, but that's it.
You can bring your children back to watch the show, folks.
Don't worry, Morgan and his meat apparently is nowhere going to be seen. No, a butler's a different job.
Yeah.
Sam,
Oh
butler's
yeah,
like,
I get it now. I think I mixed the both of them.
Ash Chiefs.
Yeah.
Well,
a butler's
he also
fly up.
get meat, but yeah.
Yeah. Just saying.
It's okay. The amount of things I mispronounce in French is just there. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get
and either way, Rob Sutherland has stolen your thunder anyway, because he said Roger Morton's just told me how cold his testicles are at the moment.
Oh, that was an hour ago.
I know it was, but it's still there. Staring at me right now. But
Kids,
no.
ask your parents.
Yeah. Oh dear. Or don't, because that'll get us into trouble with all the parents. Anyway, tonight's been a 50-50, hasn't it? It's been everything and nothing. It's been great racing in race 1 and a technical glitch in race 2. I think Jamie Wilson's got it on the money there. I think we put another race on at the end of season and balance it off, and possibly ditch this and put it down to just everybody having a good laugh and a good race, apart from Wobbly, who did whatever he did. He did explain it. I didn't read it. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. We've got the music that everybody seems to really like. So thank you, Wobbly, for generating that. Yeah, thanks to everybody for liking it, I guess. Don't forget we've got the new web shop on with some branded stuff. Rob Sutherland's retracted his message. That's brilliant. That is class. Love you, Rob. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, we've got the merchandise that you can go and purchase now. Yeah, it's when's the song? Did you really want the song again? Are we playing the song again at the end or not?
Oh, quick one as well, Pete. That the socials have come back as well on X,
Oh yes, sorry,
Twitter,
go for it.
and
Go,
Instagram
Jay.
as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you search up for Backfire Simsport TV on all your favourite social media platforms. Just search up the website in the video description underneath and find them on there. We're slowly starting to get them a bit more sort of active through the week. So every ounce of support, every like, share, everything like that. Fill your boots and yeah, let's get everyone seeing our lovely league.
Well said. I completely overlooked that with everything going on. But yeah, Jay's going to drive our social media in a similar way to what Alex Sevillano-Lado was doing. And it's very much appreciated from everybody at BSTV that he's doing that. A good investment of time, and hopefully will show some mutual benefits along the route. I'm still waiting for the signed photograph of you.
It's must have got lost in the post.
Oh,
You know what Royal Mail are like.
Yeah, don't I just?
And Hermes.
Yeah, still waiting for the signed naked one of Logan, but never mind. Okay, in that case, folks, we will let you listen to the music again, I guess, as we bring this broadcast to a close. Thanks everybody for watching, contributing on the chat. Logan, that's brilliant. I'll let everybody tune in and see what Logan just posted. But yeah, thank you for all the drivers that contributed tonight. It just happens sometimes with iRacing that this happens. Thanks to Sam and to Jay for joining me in the booth yet again. It's been a pleasure. And we will look forward to seeing everybody this time next week at Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Stay safe, everybody. I'll hand you over to Jay first for his goodbyes.
Let's be honest, no one cares what I think. Let's just you just want to hear the song, so go on, listen to the song.
Let's go for the song. See you next time, guys.